Good morning, folks. I'm Don Kirkham. We're going to preview the upcoming worship service a little bit. This Sunday, 9:15. That'll be June the 7th. Pastor Doug will be joining me soon. He's got something interesting on. I bet Pam has some influence on this.
Yes, this is my preparation for my flight to Phoenix as I fly in the tube of COVID. Tube of COVID.
The tube of COVID. I haven't heard that one before.
Pam said I needed to just get on the plane and go. And so I'm prepared. I've got a bit of a face shield here, and this will be a little bit of my goggles. I've got some goggles over there I've got to bring with me to the chair here, but anyway.
Well, I really wish they'd let me be on the TSA checkpoint to see what kind of looks you'll get. But,
I think they'll appreciate this at the checkpoint. Yes. So we're here this morning. We're right here in the lobby, and we've got some of the work of St. Paul's going on. Mm-hmm. Anthony is flushing toilets as we're cleaning the bathrooms, and we have a special chair here, and this is for our special guest, but our special guest is not appearing this morning, and so we're going to hold that. We're going to hold this special chair, and hopefully our special guest will be with us another week. But I want to say just now that you may be our next special guest, and we hope to fill the empty chair. We hope to fill the empty chair as we go forward with the show in the weeks ahead. We're getting ready for June 7th, 9:15 classic worship, and 11:30 the flame. So I wanted to share just, Don, Pam gave me a review of our video from last week.
Right.
Yeah, she said that she had seen the video, and she had a singular review of it. And that was, she said, "Did you decide to wear the shirt that you were wearing?" The correct answer to that was yes. And she said, "Don't ever wear that in public again." So I won't be wearing that shirt again. No more peach shirt.
I thought it was fun.
I did too. I thought it was, a kind of spring floral, kind of a put on a happy face shirt, but evidently it's not the look that I should be aiming for.
Listen to Mama.
Okay.
Always.
Very good. Very good. Don, tell me how did you feel about last Sunday about us opening up and having worship?
Well, I thought it was pretty neat. I was excited. I stayed here for both Sunday schools, both services, and I look around and see all the tape and all the measures we've taken to ensure public safety. And people should be comfortable and confident coming here that we've got their best interests and their safety in mind. So I thought it was really good.
And Don is one of our ushers right now, and the good thing about having Don as an usher is that you're a trained flight controller, right?
Yeah, that'll work there.
But Don is not bringing the flashlight. He doesn't wave the folks in, at least not yet. And but anyway.
But I'll tell you where to go.
Yes, that's true.
It will get you there safely. So what else can you ask for?
Exactly. So, last Sunday we unveiled our 2020 vision, spiritual awakening and engaged mission. What are thoughts that you have about our 2020 vision, about when we looked at Samuel in 1 Samuel chapter 7, anything that you took away from last week, Don?
Well, the spiritual awakening is really, really important because we've got to come alive and draw closer to God. Like Samuel, you talked about him and he gave the burnt offering, which I didn't know you called the Holocaust. That's what they referred to. But he in the act of reaching out and crying out to God, they gave that burnt offering, which allowed them to trust and move into a closer relationship with God. So instead of running against the Philistines, they were able to stand and trust God, and God did the rest. I mean, the Philistines were like a warrior type group, right? I mean, they have whipped their butts up and down the coast pretty much.
Yeah.
Pardon my French, but
Yes, or your Syrian, whichever. I think that teaching of full commitment and sacrifice, and the opportunity that in this year we're going to be seeking spiritual awakening here in our St. Paul's family, a special journey into spiritual awakening that Samuel said, everyone together, everyone come together to seek the Lord together. And then how just that God sent a thunderstorm as the Philistines were about to attack. God sent a thunderstorm, but he called the Israelites to fight the battle.
Isn't that interesting? He called a thunderstorm, yet the Philistines, they worship Baal, right?
Yeah.
The rider of the clouds, the god of the thunderstorm. Yet God showed what thunder was about.
Absolutely. He had a little thunder of his own. But we are the warriors. He sends us into battle. And that's really our 2020 vision. Spiritual awakening, and then us moving into engaged mission. Now, a part of our engaged mission is a strategy for ministry that's called Fresh Expressions. Fresh Expressions is an approach to ministry that came out of England initially, but now is in the United States in hundreds of churches. And these are finding new ways to do ministry in the 21st century, and new ways to bear witness to Christ, ways that are having remarkable effectiveness in churches here in the U.S. The United Methodist Church is very involved in the Fresh Expressions movement. It extends past the United Methodist Church, but especially in other parts of the country, the United Methodist Church is at the forefront of this. We have been looking at Fresh Expressions, and we want to share with the congregation through a seminar webinar. So next Wednesday morning at 10 a.m., you can either come to the campus, and we'll be socially distanced, but we'll be having a seminar on Fresh Expressions. At the same time, we'll be live streaming the webinar. So we'll be doing seminar webinar. We're a both-and kind of congregation. And here at the front desk of the church, we still have copies of this booklet. It's a brief booklet that explains or introduces the concept of Fresh Expressions ministry. So I want to encourage folks that if you would like that booklet, to come by the church and pick it up, and then to partake in either the seminar or the webinar next Wednesday at 10 a.m. Well, Don, we're looking to this Sunday. This Sunday we're going to be looking at a New Testament model for our 2020 vision, and we hope that everyone is here. You're going to be back.
Oh, yeah.
And tell folks how was the worship experience? Did you find it cumbersome, extremely weird with all the precautions we're taking, or did it actually flow pretty easily?
Well, I thought it flowed pretty easily. Still, we have a lot of people that are testing the waters as they move back into community, and I understand that, but I felt totally at ease. We really only had about 15 here in the first service and about 10 in the second, but everything went well. I think that, and if there were any glitches, I think they've been discussed and we've talked about it. Again, your safety is paramount, and we want you to come back. There's something special about being here and worshiping. We can do it at home, but to see, well, I can't see your smiling face. Well, I can when you take your mask off and you do the sermon, but I miss that, but these are the things we're going through. I'm anxious to get back here this Sunday.
Very good. Yes, I think it was a good time last week. We will continue both on campus and online worship. Thank you so much for being the St. Paul's family, and thank you for coming this and being in worship this Sunday. Whichever way the Lord is leading you, do it in the way that's most safe and most meaningful for you. Take care. Deep blessings. See you Sunday.